Pally.
Today is Wednesday, October 31st, 2018.
And INFocus starts right now.
Teleprompter.
An opportunity for juniors interested in entrepreneurship.
And an update on the situation in Pittsburgh. All that and more is coming up on today's show.
Welcome to INFocus. I'm Anushka Sharma.
And I'm Maddie Drucker.
There's a lot going on around campus.
Here's some important announcements from today's campus bulletin.
Pally's adult school marketing program is looking for a high school student to take part in a social media internship. The position is unpaid, but students can earn up to 6 volunteer hours per week. The commitment is 2 afternoons after school. To apply, send your resume to Dave Hashiwara at dhashiwara@pausd.org. In celebration of Day of the Dead, or Dia de los Muertos, Latinx Club will be hosting a lunchtime event on Friday in the cafeteria. There will be fun activities, light snacks, and prizes. All are welcome.
This year, Pally will celebrate Unity Day on Friday, November 2nd. Head to the quad at lunch to see special performances that celebrate the diversity that can be found at Pally. Attention to all juniors. If you want to experience what it is like to be an entrepreneur, there is a free 3-day seminar at Multiversity in Scotts Valley, being sponsored by South Bay Rotary Clubs. Come to a 25-minute Enterprise Leadership Conference presentation next Tuesday, November 6th during lunch in the MAC atrium. For more information, visit the link on screen.
Moving on now from what's going on around campus to what's happening in the world and locally today.
Let's take a look at what's topping today's headlines in today's News Minute.
More funeral services are taking place Wednesday for victims of the Pittsburgh synagogue attack that killed 11 people. Meanwhile, Vice President Pence addressed the shooting while campaigning for a GOP candidate in Iowa Wednesday. Moreover, a federal grand jury returned a 44-count indictment against the accused gunman, Robert Bowers.
There are developments in the investigation into the deadly crash of an Indonesian passenger plane. The disaster killed 189 people on board. Divers are now focusing on an area of debris that may be the plane's fuselage after detecting underwater ping signals. AirNav Indonesia said the flight would have been given a priority landing spot had it declared an emergency.
For the first time in nearly half a century, the Palo Alto City Council will emerge from the November election with fewer members than it had to go in. It also adopted 2 changes, one in the municipal code and another in its own procedures. The former reduced the number of seats on the council's 2 standing committees, and the latter reduces the maximum number of council members who can sign on to a colleague's memo from 4 to 3. Besides Halloween, there is some other history today, specifically in Nevada, that has taken place on this day.
And Trey Bishoping, our very own resident historian, has been learning more.
Trey, what do you have for us?
That's right, Anushka and Maddie. On this day in 1864, Nevada became the 36th state to join the U.S. Nevada was able to join the United States because it was one of the 2 states added to the Union after the Civil War. Without Nevada being in the United States, Las Vegas and gambling might not exist. That's all for me. Back to you.
Thanks, Trey.
I've heard that the cross-country team has finished their season strong.
Unfortunately, I have heard the opposite about girls volleyball. Max Sponsor is in the studio now with the latest in Pally sports news. Max, you got any scores for us from yesterday's action?
Yup, I only have one spooky score that was reported from yesterday's action, but some exciting news from the cross-country team. The cross-country team headed out to Crystal Springs yesterday for the SCVAL championship meet. On the boys' side, senior Henry Saul got first place on 2.95 miles over hills with a time of 15 minutes and 31 seconds, beating the second place finisher by 7 seconds. Senior Donald Taggart got third place with a time of 16 minutes. For girls, junior Miranda Jimenez got first place with a time of 19 minutes and 1 second, beating the second place finisher by 11 seconds. Junior Kai Douglas came in fourth with a time of 19 minutes and 38 seconds. Because of these incredible athletes and the hard work of the rest of the team, they will be going to CCS this year. Congratulations. Unfortunately, girls varsity volleyball lost 3-0 to Sacred Heart. Get them next time. Try not to get too scared, but there is only one team in action today. Girls varsity tennis is participating in the SCVAL semis and finals. That's all from me on Halloween sports. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Max. And with spooky season around, I really hope today is going to be warm enough for all those trick-or-treaters out there.
Our meteorologist, Ori Nearpaws, is in the studio now with today's weather report.
Ori, what can we expect out there today?
Well, Anushka, today the weather is going to be very spooky as it is 78 degrees Fahrenheit and it is going to be cloudy this week, with tomorrow being a high of an 80 and a low of 54, and on Friday being a high of 75 and a low of 53. Now, as we look into the 5cast, you can see that the highest it's going to be is 80 degrees and the lowest it's going to be is 51 on Monday. Now, as we look all over the Bay Area, it's going to be 55 degrees as the lowest in San Francisco, 73 for highest, and a high of 74, low of 54 in Oakland. And down south in San Jose, it's going to be a high of 76 and a low of 54. That's all for me. Back to you.
Well, that does it for today's episode.
Be sure to visit our website to check out old episodes, check the bulletin, or to send us an email.
Until next time, have a great day, Pally.